Hi, I am John Hoffman. I am the author of Getting to Healthy, Making the Transition to Eating Real Food, available on Amazon.com. One of the biggest objections people have to adopting a healthy eating lifestyle is not wanting to deprive themselves of the many pleasures they get from eating junk food, fast food, and highly processed food. They cannot envision a satisfying, rich life that is devoid of these simple daily pleasures. Moreover, when they look around and see that everyone else is freely enjoying these pleasures, the thought of giving them up for good seems unnecessary, out of place, and extreme. But is it? Research shows that the more you avoid eating junk food, fast food, and highly processed food, and instead eat whole plant-based foods, the better health you will have throughout your life, the longer you will live, and the less chance you will have of incurring a debilitating chronic illness. Is it more extreme to eat only the foods that Mother Nature designed for humans to eat, or to have your rib cage cracked open, a vein removed from your leg, and the arteries of your heart snipped out and replaced by the vein in your leg in a bypass operation, or to have poisonous chemicals dripped into your body in chemotherapy? If you don't believe that eating fast food, junk food, and highly processed foods is detrimental to your health, then I strongly urge you to read Dr. Joel Fuhrman's book, Fast Food Genocide: How Processed Food is Killing Us and What We Can Do About It. A second reason that avoiding eating junk food is not extreme and unreasonable is because they are so refined that they are devoid of any real nutrition other than providing a few stripped-down macronutrients. They only add highly concentrated calories to your diet, which increases your weight and your waistline. A third reason that avoiding eating junk food is not extreme and unreasonable is because junk food is highly addictive. The concentrated sugars, fats, salt, and highly refined carbohydrates in these foods light up the pleasure centers of your brain like a Christmas tree. When people indulge in these foods, it is not with one potato chip, one chocolate chip cookie, one small spoonful of ice cream, or one small strip of pizza. Addictions drive us to do things that ultimately harm our well-being, as well as our pocketbooks. So, what we have here is a false dichotomy. We think our choice is to either live a life of enjoyment by indulging in pleasure foods, or to live a life of deprivation in which these pleasures of life are sacrificed on the altar of healthy eating. This dichotomy is false, because those are not our only two options. The true dichotomy is between living a life in which we indulge our addictions to our own detriment, or living a life in which we consume only natural, healthy foods, so we can avoid devastating chronic illness, enjoy better health, and have a deeper capacity to develop our potential and give more of ourselves and our talents to others, because we feel better, think more clearly, have a more constant energy level, and are free of diseases which would restrict our freedom. Another reason this is a false dichotomy is because once you have made it through the withdrawal period, as I describe in my book, Getting to Healthy, Making the Transition to Eating Real Food, your taste buds change. Fruits begin to taste as sweet as candy. The natural flavors in real food begin to be fully detected, and your overall enjoyment of eating real foods busts through the roof. Eventually, junk food cravings subside, and you arrive at the shocking realization that you prefer eating healthy foods over eating unhealthy foods, because you actually enjoy them more and are more fully satisfied when you eat this way. It's not that junk foods have lost their potential to light up the pleasure centers of your brain, but because they are addictive, unhealthy over the long term, and dangerous to your waistline, and because you have experienced for yourself that eating real food is more satisfying, they have lost their strong appeal. For example, rather than stopping for a burger and fries for dinner on the way home, you think to yourself, I would rather drive home and enjoy a satisfying dinner of cooked brown rice mixed with black beans and fresh salsa, cooked peas, a slice of hot sweet potato with cinnamon, a few cooked beets, some fruits such as a fresh pear, apple, or some frozen berries or pomegranate arils, some fresh, crisp slices of pepper or other fresh vegetables, and a small handful of raw, unsalted, unroasted nuts. You know that eating fast food will leave you hungry in another 2 or 3 hours, but eating real food, which you get to chew and enjoy for 3 or 4 times longer than fast food, will keep you satisfied clear through to the next morning. So, perhaps the people who are really leading a life of deprivation are the ones who indulge in eating junk food, fast food, and highly processed foods, not the ones who are eating a rich variety of whole plant-based foods. Now that's food for thought. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.